The video's still playing over and over in my head. Still speechless. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? How many times must I open my phone and check my Instagram and email, but instead I found the news of the death of another black male? How much longer do we call for justice while the phone rings on voicemail? How many times do we take the disrespect? How many times can a man say I can't breathe before the police takes his knee off his neck? How many times can we call ourselves the land of the free before it's actually true? How many times can we chant Black Lives Matter before they actually do? I wish I knew the answer to these questions, because one of my worst fears as a black teen is being arrested. I try to be optimistic. Maybe today's racism isn't as bad, but all it takes is one bad cop to turn me into a hashtag. I'm a cousin, a son, a brother, but to somebody blinded by racism, I'm just a color that needs to be destroyed, the same color as Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd. When I hear those sirens, I don't feel safe, I feel paranoid. You can live in the most dangerous hood all your life and be perfectly fine because at least they respect you. But you get caught at the wrong place at the wrong time and end up being killed by the person whose job it was to protect you. Seems like an endless cycle in a sick game. Every year we hold up the same signs that just change the name. Justice for him, justice for her. But in the buffet of the USA, justice is never served. It's not even in the menu. So what do you do when you politely call the waiter but they never come to help? You go into the kitchen and you get that shit yourself. Walking is a crime, breathing is a crime, being is a crime. Rather have us in the dirt. The system wasn't made for us, but the bullets and prisons were. The system only wants us on TV if our names are followed by the letters RIP. Rest in peace, but why can't we live in peace? A bunch of people acting fake woke post the MLK quotes about peace and how we need to maintain it right. But peace seems to be a foreign language in a place that speaks black and white. So don't cry over a burned target, because this all started when the color of a man's skin turned him into a target. Don't cry over the riot saying it isn't right. You can replace storage, you can replace clothes, but you cannot replace a life. They say COVID-19 and racism are the two biggest viruses in the world today. But racism isn't a virus because at least a virus can go away. A virus has a vaccine as long as it's FDA approved. The vaccine for racism is equality, but apparently that's not USA approved. So people riot in the streets and do damage, and they post the victims' faces on their stories like it's the hottest new challenge. But then time passes and they forget and ignore it. People only care as long as it's being reported. I guess racism only exists as long as it's being reported.